sneak peek at the album. I've been listening to it the past couple days. It's so good.
Thank you so much.
You're so talented, man.
And I believe you because there was a note in my dressing room that says, I really like the album.
Oh my God, I love it.
From Kelly.
I do. I know, handwritten. I was like,
handwritten
this
everything.
is so good.
Thank you so much.
No, I just love it. Y'all, as a team, as DNCE, like everything, I always love it. But it's what I find cool about it is it separates you out a bit. You know what I'm saying? It's like your kind of own vibe and your sound, but still kind of fits if y'all are all gonna. It's my time. It's Goonies. Okay. So wait. So it's your first time here alone.
Alone.
You're usually with the brothers.
I'm scared.
No. Now we get to focus. We get to focus.
No, you know what? Nick gets a lot of your time. It's
exactly.
I've been jealous.
Move him to the side. Exactly.
Yes.
Wait, I heard that you just did a show in Fort Worth.
I
Texas.
did.
Yeah.
Your hometown.
Yeah.
It was a blast. It was so fun. I tried to leave, but something about Fort Worth will keep you there.
Yes.
We played at noon, and I found myself in a honky-tonk bar by 9 p.m. And I was like, I think I was supposed to leave 3 hours ago. But it was a blast, and I love it down there. It's so fun. It
is such a good vibe. Yeah, I have to show this picture, because I love a cowboy hat.
Oh.
And... I don't know what it is. It's like, I've liked you for a long time, and I saw you in the hat, and I was like, that did it. That was it. Yeah, that was it right there. Yeah. I love
it's quite a thirsty photo, I realize
Yes.
that.
No, it's so good.
When you see photos like that back, you're like, ah.
What?
You know,
no,
that was a cowboy hat gifted to me by, you know, in Fort Worth, it's just like part of the charm, I guess. They're like, here, you deserve this.
Yeah.
Welcome to Fort Worth.
Give you a belt buckle, some boots to go with it. Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, that show was great. And honestly, that whole area is great, what they've been able to create. I, again, tried to leave, was at a honky-tonk bar, then found myself at a croquet club. I don't know what's going on down there.
For sure. Anything happens in Texas.
Yes,
it's like the other Vegas. We are back with Jonas, everybody. His new album is called Music for People Who Believe and Love, and it's out this Friday. I love the title. This is pretty personal for you, right, the album?
Very personal.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry, this lady just said I'm cute. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So are you.
Shout it out, man.
Yeah, this is a very personal album for me. I mean, it was such a fun process working on it. As we were just talking during the break. Obviously, there is a time in the music industry when I guess I was starting out where you had to stick to a genre, and now it's kind of fun that we listen to all different kinds of stuff with streaming and whatnot. So it's nice. There's a lot of inspirations from the roots I grew up with, which was old country, 90s country stuff. My dad was a country singer, and he would sing in bars up and down Myrtle Beach, North Carolina.
South
Carolina. Yeah. So tapping into some of that, and then also like alternative rock stuff that I love. And it's been a warm reception. I can't wait for people to have it.
Yeah, not only that's what I was telling Joe in the break, like that's my favorite part of your new record is that you didn't feel, it all was cohesive, but it didn't feel married to any certain genre. It just felt married to you, which I think is so important because artists have not been able to really do that. We're always having to be categorized, right? So they can sell a product, right? It's refreshing, and it sounds, you can hear all those genres you kind of just mentioned, the alt rock, you can hear the country kind of flavor, especially in the singer-songwriter stuff.
Absolutely.
It's nice that you get those influences here and there. You said creating this album was kind of healing for you. How so?
Very healing. I think it was a rediscovery album, being able to step out on my own. I wrote a song called Only Love in Mind for the Jonas Brothers. We're having
I love Only Love.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was say I love the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah. I do, but I meant Only Love. Who did you write that with?
I wrote that with Justin Tranter.
I thought it might be
phenomenal writer named Blush.
Yeah.
You should definitely meet up with her too because she's phenomenal. Her and Justin and this guy Bo and Alexander 23. We wrote a song in mind for the brothers, and I listened back, and Kevin or Nick weren't there, so I'm like, well, this is technically could be mine. Yeah. So I went to Kevin and Nick and had their blessing and said, hey guys, I think I need to go work on something. I'm not sure what it is yet. I know it's not DNC. I'm not sure if it's a solo album, but I want to take this journey and just do what we love and create and not put a label on it. Like a relationship. Just kidding.
Yeah.
And then I took, I'm joking.
Hard to do.
Yeah. So I took that journey on, and we started to to work on an album. So like 2-3 weeks later, look up and we had a body of work that I was excited to get out there. That was a year ago, so I'm eager for it to be released.
Oh man, that feeling of working on something you love, but you're that feeling of the anticipation though, and then it finally releases, so it's exciting.
Well, you have this I have an amazing team around me, and you just want to at one point you're like, can I just leak this because I'm tired of holding on to it?
Oh my God, because you don't want to wait.
And then I'm like, and then the team's like, well, we do have like a 6-week to 6-month plan that you agreed upon. Like, you're right.
Yeah.
Forget why they're so good at their job.
I know. I'm not good at that either. I'm like, screw it, let's just put it out. Like,
Yeah.
because you get so excited.
Yeah, you get, and also you feel, well, for me at least, I'm sure, I'm curious if you feel the same way. That's how you feel in the moment when you create it.
That's when you want to talk about it.
Sure, to have to relive that, sometimes it feels strange. So you're 6 years later, 6 months later, you know, so.
No, that's funny too, because then by the time you're talking about what you've already been writing other stuff. Like you're already like
either healed or are moving forward,
it's like
whatever.
a different chapter you have to kind of tap back into. And some of those chapters you're like, I'm glad that it's closed, so I really don't want to. But you also worked with your brother Franklin, not Nick or Kevin.
Yeah.
I saw that on there as well. What was that like? First of all, where are you?
We are,
That's
I think
beautiful.
that is Central Park.
You're on the Great Hill right now with Matt Eisman.
I think that was somewhere we're skiing together as a family.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
But Franklin, yeah, you know, he's tapping into music as well, and he's doing really wonderfully, and he's a really talented kid, and it was fun to work with him on this. I kept hearing his voice when I did this one song, Velvet Sunshine, and so I sent it to him. I was like, would you be down to do this? And I think his response was just all like, just in caps, the word. And I was like, is that a good thing?
Is that a good? I mean, what is that?
And he came back, he's like, no, I would really love to be a part of it. I was like, great. So it's fun to work with the whole family.
Yeah.
And I had to be the first one to do it, so.
I love that. I love that secretly when he first got, he was like, this is this brother, right? Like, you're probably like, wait, what?
Did you misspell my name?
Yeah. What a talented family. That's so fun. Like, I didn't grow up with anyone musical, like, in my family to, like, vibe with like that. That's such a magical, cool thing.
We definitely took it for granted for a while there. And as we got older, we realized, like, this is, what a rarity. Like, this past weekend, I flew to see my mom for Mother's Day and my grandmother, and we were sitting on our porch where they live now in North Carolina, and, like, me, my dad, my drummer, we're just singing old country songs that we grew up singing, or church songs. And, like, the fact that back when you're a teenager, like for me at least, was rolling my eyes. I'm like, Dad, I don't want to have to sing with you right now. Now you appreciate those moments. Like, I know how rare it is that we have that opportunity as a family. And a blessing is to be able to perform and create together.
Joe and his bands, plural, because he's that cool, have played shows in cities all over the world. But what happened in those cities and at those venues and during those shows? It's time to find out what Joe and I remember with a round of Bus Roulette. And the tour bus roulette wheel will spin and land on a city and venue that Joe and I have both played. So we will talk then about what we remember from those shows.
Let's see how we do.
Let's see how much tequila was involved. Here we go.
True.
Our first stop, I guess.
On tour bus roulette.
On tour bus roulette. Thank you. That is the name.
Tour bus roulette.
Oh,
New Orleans.
New Orleans. What's your story?
My story is I would always, go have some crawfish when I'm there.
Yeah.
Until I discovered I have a shellfish allergy.
Oh, no, me too.
So, do you as well?
Me too.
So I'm like, man, my throat really itches tonight at the show.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can sing anymore, and I probably should have gone to the hospital.
Yeah.
Then eventually I've learned, so thank you, New Orleans. And also, wonderful city. I love New Orleans, and some of the best music come out of New Orleans.
We had one of the best end-of-tour parties there.
Oh.
That I remember half of. It was so fun, and it was like, I love rain, and it was like a torrential downpour.
It's beautiful.
The city is beautiful.
It's a
like
gorgeous
more
city.
magical when it's raining.
And a bit spooky, too.
Yeah, but that's what's cool.
We went on, I think, a ghost walking tour.
For sure.
And then had to stay there that night, which is scary. Stay in the city, you're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I know too much.
I'm a little down as long as someone's near, and I know I can outrun them.
Right.
That's who I am. So,
near and outrun.
All right, next stop.
Okay, what we got? Nashville.
Nashville, Bridgestone.
Bridgestone Arena.
I love this venue.
It's such a beautiful venue. I mean,
what's a good time you've had there?
I just remember a hot summer day biking through the entire city. I was late for the show because I was cycling and misread how far the venue was. Ooh. So we were a little late, and that was because of me.
That's why you shouldn't work out.
My brothers texted me, where are you? I was like, I think I'm about 16 miles out.
Oh, no.
Yeah, different arena I wrote, so.
Oh,
different
man.
tire company.
Oh, that's really funny. I had a guy, okay, this isn't my band, but an opening band, it was so funny. He walked up, this is legit. The bass player showed up during the show and just walked up through the audience and came up on stage, grabbed a bass and just started playing as if he'd been there the whole time.
Wow, confidence.
And I was like, and then after the show, he told the guys, oh, this was like, great show.
Oh my God.
I was like, wait, what? It was amazing. It wasn't my band, but it was the opening
That's
band.
brave.
Oh, I have a good one. We used to throw a benefit there. We did it a couple years in a row, and then I moved. But it was called Miracle on Broadway, and it was really cool because
beautiful.
a lot of different artists came, and they all supported all these different like charities throughout Nashville, and it was cool because you'd never find all these people on stage. So that was kind of my favorite thing. I have a lot of good memories.
A lot of good memories in Nashville.
Yeah.
A lot of fun memories. All right.
Okay, here we go. Next stop. Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Oh, Rod Laver Arena. Yeah, I love touring Australia.
The brothers finally toured there after, I think, almost 20 years.
Well, it takes a minute to get there.
It does. It takes about 20 hours.
Yeah.
We toured there just recently, and I remember there was something on side of stage. I was like, ooh, nice. And I thought it was Nutella. It ended up being Vegemite.
Not the same.
Very different
Not
vibes.
the same. One tastes good.
Yeah, one learned a lot.
Yeah.
But Melbourne's crowds are incredible, and I actually, one of my fondest memories was at that show last year. I was at a coffee shop, and
Good
I
coffee.
recognized this guy, great coffee. I recognized this guy, and I'm like, how do I know him? And he's the lead singer of Temper Trap, this band that Sweet Disposition was one of my favorite songs. So my friend's like, it's good to have people that are more confident than you in a room sometimes. And he goes up, he's like, excuse me, he does a small talk, and he's like, yeah, sure. He comes over and he's like, hey man, pleasure to meet you. I don't know what, came over and was like, do you want to perform Sweet Disposition tonight on stage with us? And he was like, let me get back to you. Which means like, there's no chance. His name's Dougie, and then later on he texts me and he's like, yeah, I'm down. And I was like, okay. So we performed.
Because that is literally what people say when it's not going to happen.
When it's not going to happen. But he told me later on after the fact, also the Wiggles performed with us the same night, randomly.
Yeah.
But later that night, he told me that he wrote his goddaughter, and she was like, you have to do it. So I have his goddaughter to thank, but it was a really special experience.
That's cool. And that was a trip on Tour Bus Roulette. You're welcome, America. Joe's new album, Music for People Who Believe in Love, drops this Friday. And the single Heart, My Heart, which is so great. It's out right now wherever you buy your music.